Hello, hello. Welcome to sportsbookreview.com and happy Monday. Champions League is catching up here. We've got the semi-finals second leg, but the question is has the finals already been predicted, or can we see a massive overturn? We're going to welcome big man on campus, Alex from Need for Tips, and we've got Nigel Seely here. Guys, thanks so much for being here.
Lovely to be here. Lovely to be here.
Hey,
nice. I tell you where I'd like to be, Nigel, is where you're sat. It looks absolutely beautiful.
I'll give you a little view. You want to see the view? There you go.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Look at that. Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
It's freezing cold though.
Is it?
No,
well,
it's
sun
really
shining. Sun shining.
It's a very nice day. Very nice day in the south of Spain today. Very lovely.
Yeah. Now, listen, we're going to kick off with Tuesday's match here, Juventus versus Monaco. Juventus winning 2-0. Now on their leg, it's looking a little bit sketchy whether Monaco can score. Now, Nigel, you're obviously just jumping in here, but Big Man and Alex made a bet. Who wants to tell Nigel what the bet was?
I can tell him.
All right, go on, Big Man.
Basically, I made a bet with him before the first leg that Monaco would not score in either leg. He gave me 5-1. I'm a Juventus fan, so I was obviously interested, but I took it from a tactical standpoint because I don't believe they can score. And I think now that it's back to Turin, it's going to be a tough it's going to be tough, but they haven't conceded in a long time, 621 minutes to be exact. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about
only in Champions League. We are putting that only in Champions League because they conceded in Serie A against Torino and Atalanta.
Well, hell, luckily, this is Champions League coming up, so that will count.
I like the way he wasn't precise with 621 minutes. He didn't say 620. He had to be actually precise with the 621. Fantastic. Like that 1 minute, very important.
Yeah.
Gotta get that.
Do you know what though? The thing is, Monaco have got an attack. They're a very young side. They're a very attack-minded side. But the thing is, if they didn't score in the first leg, it's going to be very hard to. So I like to be on big man's bet here. I really would. I think Juventus at home are an unstoppable force. I mean, and there's no better team in the world than Juventus of holding an advantage in the first leg that they have done. So I think big man's onto a winner there. Alex, sorry, mate.
Yeah.
No problem, mate.
Well, listen, it was the first leg, and I think a lot of us we did take both teams to score. We were expecting Monaco, apart from big man, we were expecting Monaco to score on their turf. They did have chances, it just didn't happen. Now at Juventus, where really it's it's going to be really tough. Alex, at this point, if you had to play both teams to score 1.8 or Juventus win 2-0 2.8, where's your money going on?
Of course that I will support my first tip, and I will say both teams to score at 1.8 because who is laughing last is laughing the best, I think that I will laugh at the end, and everyone will give me a beer for that.
I'll personally send you one from Costa Rica. And
I need 2 t-shirts. I need 2 t-shirts with SBR if I will win this tip.
All right, deal. We'll get you a t-shirt. But it looks like as well, Haber says, somehow I agree with Big Man, but I just don't believe how Monaco can't score in 2 legs. I agree with you, but I think it's that home leg. But let's take a look at the outrights. We've got Juventus 1.67, draw for Monaco 5.75. Not bad odds, I don't think, for the home win. And I think Juventus can do it at 1.67. Anyone think that Monaco can win? Obviously, Big Man, no, because they'd have to score to win. Nigel, you're with big man, so therefore, Alex, do you think?
Sorry, Alex.
No, I don't. Sorry, Nigel. You are on minus in Premier League, so I have to talk first. Yeah, but I don't think that Monaco will win. I think that Juventus will win also the second leg. The odds for that were better yesterday and 2 days ago. It started from 1.75. It arrived at 1.67. So I think it's a no bet from that kind of winners market. So I'm honestly choosing both teams to score, and I know that my colleagues here will choose betting winning 2-0, winning 2-0.
All right, Nigel, what were you going to say?
I don't think. Well, the trouble is the Juventus don't have to go to win the game, do they? And that's the big negative, and that's why I wouldn't back them at 1.67 to win the game, because they don't have to win the game. The draw's enough to see them through to the final. They've done the hard work already. So for me, I just think that there's no team better in the world than Juventus to shutting up shop. We saw when they went to Barcelona in their last leg. They got a 0-0 draw, got through, done the hard part in their first leg. They were virtually up already. So I know Monaco have got a lot of attacking flair and they've scored lots of goals. So I'm going to go for the under 2.5 goals here. I just don't see. I think if Juventus go 1-0 up, I think the game's all over, and I think they're the best team in the world. So for me, under 2.5 goals here would be my bet. It's around about. I think it's but odds against I've seen sort of 2.04 something like that. I think it's a decent bet.
Yeah. It's just above evens. Yeah, under 2.5 goals. That's what I'm looking at. Quick question for you, Alex, from the comments here. I want Alex to answer this. What about Mbappe to score any time? If you think that Monaco can score, I'm guessing that he's the man to score the goal.
Yeah, I think that he's the man to score the goal. Also, Falcao can do his magic on on the second leg. But Mbappe, yeah, but with little stake because okay, he's a great attacking player. He's one step away from signing with Real Madrid, 110 million euros, the offer that Real Madrid made to Monaco. So he's an awesome player, but I think that he might score and he might demonstrate something to Juventus.
Oh, now, big man, I know you've been a bit quiet on this one. We know you're going. Are you going to take the win to nil here, 2.8, or what bet are you going for in this match?
I kind of like with Nigel. I like the under 2.5 goals myself. I mean, I think it's for Juventus at this point something they just want to do. I mean, I said at the beginning of this leg, I think Monaco's a bit of a gimmick. I think it's time for them to move away and let the big boys battle it out. They've seemed to have done that so far. You look at the fact that, on the road, they're just very average. And like he said, I mean, they're the best defense in the world. I think for them, it's all about pride at this point. They don't want to give up a goal. They've had 5 straight clean sheets. They have the best goalkeeper ever. And I think for them at this point, their focus is solely on defending, not allowing a goal, maybe getting one in the counter. I think they may win this one 1-0. But I do like that under. I think, we have some goals to play with there. I think it's going to be a pretty tactical game, especially from the Juventus standpoint. It's time to move away, Monaco. I don't know that for me, they're going to be gutted at the end of the year anyway. They're not going to come back. They're not going to win anything here. And like he said, they don't even really need to win the game. So it's hard for me to get involved that, they can even score. Who knows? Maybe this could be 0-0. Who knows? Doubtful, but I'll go under 2.5 goals for the sake of this.
Yeah, if you think it might be 0-0, obviously both teams to score no could be another way to play at 1.95. Or Martin Green, actually, he's going for the Juventus win to nil, that 2.83. And just because I want to say the name, Boom Boom Coil. Yes, I am in Costa Rica. I am from England, but I live in Costa Rica. That's where Sportsbook Review is based. I thought it was a pretty cool name. Okay, Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. Obviously, Real Madrid leading 3-0. I have to say as well, I just looked at the outrights to name the finalist. 1.04. Can you believe for a Juventus Real Madrid final? It's pretty much set in stone there. Real Madrid 2.63, Atletico Madrid 2.75, and the draw 3.6. I think it's going to be a close game. Nigel, what are your thoughts on this match?
I watched the first leg, obviously, over here. I went to a bar in here, a Real Madrid bar, and I thought Real Madrid were absolutely unbelievable that night. I think it's the best performance I've seen from them this season, bar none. I don't think they could play that way again, and the complacency might come here into their heads here. They think they might have got the job done. Atletico Madrid are usually the most defensively side around. So when they have to go and get 3 goals, it's very, very hard for them to attack. I actually fancy Atletico Madrid to win this game. I think they'll put in a performance. I think they'll really go out to win this game. They won't qualify. And I just think Real Madrid they've got a massive battle with Barcelona to win the domestic title over here as well. So it's going to be very, very close for them. They've got some big games coming up domestically in the weekend. And I think they might already know. You said there 1-0-4 about them to be, to win it, to be in the final with Juventus. And they've got 1 foot in the final already. And I think Atletico Madrid, they didn't play that bad, but Real Madrid was superb. I don't think they can play that well again. And I think here, Atletico Madrid, I'm going to take Atletico Madrid on the draw no bet outcome. Around about even money. I think that's the way I want to go. I really do. They don't usually use this game. It's usually a draw when these two sides play, usually under 2.5 goals. Ronaldo had an absolute sensational game, but I think Atletico Madrid have something to prove here. I think they will win this game, but I still think Real Madrid will go through. So I think Atletico Madrid might win it 1-0, but under 2.5 goals at Atletico Madrid to win this game.
Yeah, and you say as well, obviously, they are a defensive team here, but they know that they've got to score. Do you think we are going to see them change tactics and really open this game up, a sort of a both teams to score over 2.5 goals sort of game?
Well, they have to. They have to go all out for it. But the trouble is that they leave themselves vulnerable at the back. But they are very strong defensively. But I just think that they will. I really. The game could change after 25, 30 minutes. It's the first 25 minutes will determine the game. It could be a match to be watching running and have a bet in running. But I honestly think Atletico Madrid will win this game. I think Real Madrid will go there quite defensive. I would try to hit them on the counter-attack. Ronaldo, with the pace of Ronaldo in the first leg was incredible. But I just think Atletico Madrid might nick this, but I don't think they'll qualify.
Yeah, big man, what do you think? Do you agree with Nigel? Do you think we're going to see an open game? Any thoughts on the outright?
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard to think we're going to with Atletico Madrid. They're such a good defense team, particularly in the back end, but they were gutted in that first game. I mean, for a defense that we all know, they didn't look anything like that. And I got to say, I'm not a big fan of watching this Atletico team. It's pretty brutal to my eyes. I think for all over here, for most people, they just want to see Ronaldo, and luckily he was involved, but Atletico's not going to help soccer in this country as far as getting people interested in it. They're just a boring side to watch. But, yeah, I mean, look, they should be able to score some goals in this game. They're going to have to go for it. Rydstrom, anytime goal scorer at basically even money. I feel like he'll find the back of the net. Both teams to score a goal, pretty low. Minus 155, so around 1.6.
1.6, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not – I got to be honest. This is a tough one for me. I'll obviously be focused on the other game. But, yeah, I really don't have much in this, to be really honest. Maybe Griezmann score any time. I think he's definitely someone as far as a candidate for that. But it's hard for me to bet against Real Madrid. They can really just blow you out quickly.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Big man. If they played in the final, say Alex as well as his question, if Real Madrid played Juventus in the final, I've seen the price. I think it'll be a 50-50 match. I think the bookies obviously saying a 50-50, but like, where would you side in the final? I think Real Madrid should be a lot shorter than that against Juventus in one-off game. I really do.
I think they're the two best teams in the world, probably. Obviously Barcelona is always involved, but yeah, I think it's a coin flip, to be honest, Nigel. I mean, you got the defensive, perfect defense against the perfect attacking group. And, yeah, I mean, you got to remember, plenty of Real Madrid players rested over the weekend, by the way. But, yeah, I think it's a coin flip. It would be very difficult for me. I think it'll really be one where, I don't even know what the price would be. I know, look at the market right now. They're a slight favorite, Real Madrid, over here. But, yeah, Juve will be someone that I'll back. I think they're the sharp side. The public side will clearly be Real Madrid. Public will be betting Real Madrid. Great question. I think it's a coin flip.
Yeah, what do you think, Nigel?
Well, I think history suggests that Juventus should be favourites because no team's ever retained the Champions League. But I think if you look for player and the teams that can absolutely go it, I think Real Madrid should be marginal favourites. But like Big Man said there, it's like the best attacking team in the world against the best defensive side. It'll be a dream final. Yeah. But I got a feeling that the final, if we do get that final, I think it could be one of the most boring games in the world because I think they could cancel each other out. And I'll be nil-nil.
Always the optimist there, Nigel.
Well, I would be. I think sometimes
glass is always half full with you.
Well, I think sometimes in this kind of environment, you have to think like that. And I'm always, whenever it's a 0-0 draw, I usually win money. So I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw in that final.
Are you? Listen, Alex, obviously you're a big fan of the over 2.5 goals, both teams to score. That's kind of where I'm looking at. I think that Atletico Madrid can open this. What's your thoughts here on the goals market?
Yeah, I'm looking at the over 2.5 goals, but as my last steeple, let's say, because I have two other teams coming on before that. Real Madrid have the chance to be the only team to defend their Champions League title, as no team has won 2 consecutive finals till now. So that's important for them also. It will be a record, another record holders for Real Madrid. For Atletico Madrid, Juan Fran, an important key player in the defense, came back from his injury, and 95% he will be in the first 11 for the second leg. I think that the park the bus style that Atletico Madrid normally have it in their matches will get out of the question because they have to push from the beginning and score early in the game if they have if they want to have any chance to go further. As exactly as Nigel said, Real Madrid are deadly on the break. I have a feeling that and plus more than that, Real Madrid rested. I think that 7 key players with Granada, and we cannot say the same thing with Atletico Madrid. They couldn't have rested any of them because they had a tough match against Eibar with a short win 1-0. They consolidated the 3rd position. So I'm going with Real Madrid with draw bet 1.98 and a little stake also on Real Madrid to win at 2.7.
Okay. And what about the goals there? Do you think it's an overs game? Is it something that you'll play in play? What are your thoughts there on the goals?
Yeah.
Do you think also this could be a very, a sort of a first goal in the first sort of 15, 20, 30 minutes kind of game?
Over 2.5 goals in the match, 1.75 is a really good. It's a really good bet from my point of view because Atletico Madrid are forced to push from the beginning. As we said before, they need an early goal, and I think that Real Madrid can catch them. Like, by the way, statistically talking, Real Madrid scored in their last 60 games in all competitions. So I think that it's impossible for Atletico Madrid to score 4 times and keep a clean sheet. They will concede
The
also
problem with that,
against
though,
Real Madrid.
the problem with that, the problem with Alex, though, is if Real Madrid score early, if they go 1-0 up, for overbackers,
Yeah.
you need Atletico Madrid to score, don't you? 1-0, the game could be all over because then Atletico Madrid just know they've got no. So I think it's a very, very. I think it's a game to watch in running. I think, if Real Madrid go 1-0 up, I think the game could completely fizzle out to a 1-0 Real Madrid win. But if Atletico Madrid win 1-0, then it could be anything. Then we've really got the game on our hands. So I'm sitting on the fence on the goals because I think it's really hard to determine the first 20 minutes of the match.
Yeah,
I think that we'll see a goal in the first 30 minutes. I'm 95% convinced about that.
Yeah. And then also actually, Nigel, they're making about in-play betting. We obviously have an in-play betting show that we do half-time Tuesday and Wednesday during the half-time of the match there, so we can see if we could make some additional money going into the second half based on the first half play. Another quick bet I actually want to mention, though, Ronaldo, anytime goal scorer, surely three goals in the last 2 matches. Surely he's got to be a bet. He sort of shines in these competitions. I think this is where he wants to score in such a huge crowd.
The problem with that, Nat, is that if Real Madrid go 1-0 up, with half an hour to go, they might take him off. True. Because they've got some big games coming up. They've got some massive games domestically. So, like, there's a chance that they might, if they go 1-0 up, they're 4 goals up on that group. Why risk him? They're going head to head with Barcelona in the domestic league. Why risk him? So, like, if you're going to take it, and he's going to be a very, very short price. He's going to be priced up accordingly. So you're going to be betting odds on that he scores in the game or something like that. They got Seville at home.
You can get. Yeah, it's odds on 1.95 Bet365.
Well, they've got to play Seville.
1.91 Ladbrokes. Not bad.
Well, they have to play Seville at the weekend, which is a big game for them. They've got to go to Malaga away in the last day of the season, and they're in form. I wouldn't be surprised if they go 1-0 up that Zidane rested, takes him off.
Maybe he's the one that scores the goal, though.
Yeah, exactly. Can you not take that bet? It's just been a winner, I don't know.
Why not just take Griezmann? I mean, they need to score, and they need to score a lot of goals. It's fairly likely that he'll score 1. I mean, that would be the one I would look at. But
yeah,
I hear what you're saying.
All right, best bet of the semi-final second leg. Alex, start with you.
Both teams to score at Juventus versus Monaco, and Real Madrid with draw no bet. Okay.
What about you, Nigel?
Well, my best bet is under 2.5 goals at 2.1 in the Juventus game. It could be Alex could be right. We get a 1-1 draw, but I'm going to go under 2.5 goals. I think if Juventus score early, 1-0 go up, the game's over, and they'll finish off 1-0.
Yeah, I like the under 2.5 goals as well in that match. What about you, big man?
I've had a lot of great moments in my life. I won't name them all, but there were plenty. One moment I will say will stand very high above them is when at the end of this game, I can look at the camera and I can say, we did it. We won. I won. They didn't allow a goal, and I won the bet because I am so excited about winning this bet. He is so shrewd against Juventus. It makes me sick. It's clear he doesn't like Juventus. It's clear Alex doesn't want me to win this bet, and I get he doesn't. But, Alex, your shrewdness against Juventus is just sickening. I'm excited. Under 2.5 goals, and I can't wait to get on the camera next week and talk about my winning bet.
You said you're going to count your money.
Best of luck with that, big man. But let's see who laughs at the end, because I'm really weird to see. Tomorrow,
you have to admit, I'm right there, buddy, and I'm proving a lot of people wrong with this bet. I've said a lot of weird things on the show, and most have come in. This was definitely the weirdest, and we're 90 minutes away. Just remember, 621 minutes since they allowed a goal in this competition. I don't want to hear about Torino and Atalanta. This is the Champions League. This is where big boys play. 621 minutes.
Remember that 621, not 620. That 621 is very, very important. 621.
Yep, minutes important.
Yeah. Well, listen, definitely our viewers are waiting to see the result of this bet between you guys. And I think I agree with Nigel there. Juventus versus Monaco, like the under 2.5 goals. I do like Juventus win to 0. But I don't really want to be on the. I want to be on the fence on this little fight here. And then Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. It's low, but I do like both teams to score. Atletico has to score there. It's low. All right, that wraps things up, guys. Stay tuned tomorrow and Wednesday, obviously halftime show. Also later on in 1 hour, we have our weekend recap where we look at the bets that we had over the weekend.
It's more like bloodbath, weekend bloodbath.
Yeah, right. I know.
I think it's 2 hours. I think it's 2 hours.
It's 2 hours. The clock's wrong on this computer. 2 hours from now, and then we also do sort of a look to the week as well. Any bets coming up, also Monday's matches. So stay tuned with lots of also football action during the week, including Nigel on Thursday.
Tottenham is rubbish. Tottenham rubbish.
All right, take care, guys. Thank you very much, and best of luck with your bets. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.